Traveling from the sun-baked cliffs of Balochistan to the icy expanse of northern Russia, we find ourselves in a land where history lingers in the chill air, and ancient stones keep their secrets. Russia is a vast land full of stories whispered by stone walls and echoed through ancient corridors. Hidden away from the crowds and untouched by time are places where the past still lives, monasteries perched on remote islands, and fortresses standing tall against the winds of history. These are not just buildings, they are living chronicles of centuries gone by. In the northern wilderness where the forests stretch endlessly and the lakes seem bottomless, lies the Valaam Monastery. Built on an isolated island in Lake Ladoga, it has withstood invasions, fires, and political purges. It was once a center of spirituality, attracting monks, pilgrims, and even czars. The silence here is sacred, broken only by the sound of footsteps on ancient stone and the soft chanting of prayers passed down for generations. Further north, on the icy waters of the White Sea, stands the Solovetsky Monastery. It began as a beacon of faith in the 15th century, but its story took a darker turn. Under Stalin's rule, it became one of the first forced labor camps, transforming a holy site into a prison. Thousands suffered here, their cries absorbed into the frozen walls. Today it remains a place of memory, silent, powerful, and unforgettably human. These monasteries were not just places of worship, they were cultural powerhouses. Their libraries protected priceless manuscripts. Their kitchens preserved ancient traditions. Their gardens grew rare medicinal herbs. And their walls, often thick and fortified, tell tales of battles fought and won not with weapons, but with faith, resilience, and the will to survive. And then, there are the fortresses. Hidden in the folds of Russia's endless landscapes, some are nothing more than crumbling towers. Others, like the Nizhny Novgorod Kremlin or the fortress of Izborsk, still stand tall. These structures were designed not just to defend territory, but to project power. They were strongholds of princes, targets of empires, and witnesses to sieges that lasted months. Izborsk, one of the oldest stone fortresses in Russia, guarded the western frontier for centuries. Its towers overlook wide plains, once a battlefield, now a quiet countryside. But the stone remembers. Each crack and scar is a page in Russia's long story of survival. Unlike the grandeur of Moscow's Red Square or St. Petersburg's gilded cathedrals, these hidden places remain humbler, quieter, and more haunting. They do not scream for attention, they wait silent, patient, offering their secrets only to those willing to look deeper. Together, these monasteries and fortresses form a shadow history of Russia, one not always written in textbooks but carved into rock, whispered through wind, and held in the breath of sacred places. They remind us that behind every nation's greatness lies 1,000 untold stories, forgotten by time but not by stone. And if you listen closely, Russia will speak not through words but through walls, hidden, still, uncovered. Like, share and subscribe.